What's up, everybody? I went to look at the video that I shot last week to see if there was any comments to answer anything, and realized that I didn't upload the video from last week. So I'm just gonna run over that real quick. I was just updating the event I played a couple weeks ago was the Azalea. I finished 11th. Barry won. A couple of our team members on Team Fly Guy played some GBO events. Victoria Griffiths played the A tier, the GBO A tier AM side, and finished 4th in female advance, which was awesome. And then somebody else from Team Fly Guy played like a flex start and finished pretty well with a large field there. I know they had fun in Azalea. Course is great, club's great, people are awesome there. I love that course, it's my favorite. Anyway, so that's just a quick recap on last week. Sorry about not actually uploading that video. I thought I uploaded it, but evidently I got busy and didn't do it. So this past weekend played the ECO Ahoskie and ended up taking the win. I felt good to finish out. I birdied like the last 3 out of 4 to finish out the round. So coming down the stretch and birdieing, the last 3 out of 4 felt really well. Felt good to finish like that. I was putting really well. I was getting off the tee pretty well. Only had a couple of hiccups here and there, which was nice. Okay. So, a lesson to be learned, guys. I'm not going to go into detail about what happened. I'm sure stories and rumors have already gotten going around about what happened, but I'm not going to discuss the details. All I'm going to say is, guys, you got to know the rules when you're playing an event and a professional or a sanctioned event, or I guess not even really just a sanctioned event, but especially when you're playing in the open field, you got to know the rules. It's unfortunate when things like that happen just because you don't know the rules, but I don't know how to explain it. I will call a rules violation no matter who the person is or what the situation might be. And I think everybody should follow that rule of thumb when you're playing an event. It's really tough to police like your friends, especially, and your card mates. When you've got a good vibe with the card. I understand the difficulty in making a call like that, and having to penalize one of your friends or card mates and co-competitor. We're such a close-knit group of golfers around here. Probably wind's probably blowing the mic, but you got to do it. We should be doing it. When you see rules violations, you should be calling them. It's one of those things that helps us all grow. I think it helps us grow in a positive way too. It feels very negative when it happens, but I think it's one of those things that will help us grow in a positive direction, because then it's not looked at as like, oh, that was personal, or oh, you did this for an advantage, a competitive advantage or something. You're trying to play mind games or whatever people's speculations might be about calls like that. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Know your rules. It's pretty easy if you're a PDGA member. Pull it up on your phone. You can even print a hard copy. They send you a hard copy. You keep that in your bag. I keep one in my car. Whenever I'm going to play like an A tier or anything A tier and above, then I'll put it in my bag just to have it on hand to reference quick. But this week is the Cumberland County Copperhead Open. I really dig this tournament. So much fun. The Fayetteville club has come a long way. They have fought through some struggles, the normal growth of a club of that size to a little bit getting larger and getting more involved in running events like PDGA sanctioned events and stuff, and it's really cool to see the growth that they've had out there. And they've got some fresh faces that are just absolutely 100% on let's go, let's grow the sport, like let's clean this place up, let's make some improvements, let's see what we can do with the city. And it's really cool to see, and I've always really felt welcome down in Fayetteville. All of the guys down there that I've had interaction with are super awesome, down to earth people. I say this probably about maybe not every place that I go, but there's some of my favorite people down there. I'll shout out Jason and Dustin for keeping the Copperhead going, or getting it started and keeping it going. I don't know a bunch of details, guys, so I'm just going to kind of generally say what happened. I mean, the new side, I'm pretty sure, was, mostly Jason and Dustin getting with the park and raising funds, and I'm sure there was much more than them involved, and I know there was. I just don't know the details behind it. They're the only two that I personally know and can remember their names. So big shout out to them. I'm looking forward to this weekend. We're playing both sides, which Bradley Kelso's been out there just chopping away at foliage and weed eating, and he told me the other day that he was trying to get his hands on a tree climbing kit so he could climb up the trees and get some of the higher branches, and we're talking like 50-60 feet off of the ground. I'm like, dude, love you for it, but I'm scared of heights, so I'm not going up that high. But no, I just wanted to take a second to highlight them, man. That Fayetteville club has come a long way. They have a great group of guys down there that are all, into growing the sport and into growing it in their area. And they're super awesome, positive people. They've gotten the community and some of the, local businesses into it. For those of you that don't know much about Fayetteville, it's a huge military town. Like, that's pretty much all there is there. And see if I can say this in a polite way, but it's not the cleanest city to live in. So you have some pretty rough areas in Fayetteville, and I think it just goes to show what disc golf is all about, because all of the people that are involved with disc golf down there are not what I just described Fayetteville to be. They're super awesome people, down to earth people, super nice, would do anything for you, and they do a lot for disc golf. And so that's one of the reasons I like to always make sure I try to play the Copperhead. I was gonna miss it this year because Pirates Cup was supposed to be the same weekend, and that got rescheduled. And as soon as it got rescheduled, I immediately signed up. I like to play in that tournament. So with that being said, we're going to play Old Maz, New Maz. I believe we're playing, they've got 2 pools this year. They're going to do, I think there's like 90 some people maybe signed up for it. I don't know, maybe 100. I don't know. I know there was enough to legitimately do what they're trying to do. I think he said he's test running this for maybe making the tournament a little bit larger next year and having a 2-day event out there and bringing it up to a B tier, which I think would be easy for those guys as driven as they are. So I believe I'm in the A pool. We're going to play, also a duly note, I've already said it a couple of times, old side, new side. I'm going to correct myself because this is something they're trying to drive, is actually calling them by their actual names. So it's Glenville Lake is the old side and Glenville Pines is the new side. So from now on, Glenville Pines, new side, Glenville Lakes, old side. Easy way to remember it, the lake is on the Glenville Lake side. And there's a crap ton of pine trees on the pine side. There you go, boom. So I'm excited to do that. I'm really glad. I think last year we finished at Glenville Lakes. So I'm excited to finish on Glenville Pines this year. I was talking about it yesterday. I like both courses equally. You know, when they're both as clean as each other, I think they're both just as tough, just as tight, wooded, make you shape a shot. Good courses. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing all the people that are going to be at this one. It's usually a cool knit group of folks. All right, I'm kind of rambling now just about the Fayetteville people. I just really like them a lot. So, in other news, I don't think there's much else to talk about in other news as far as like people. I have been able to talk to Phil a little bit since he's been back. He is not going to get on the road with me next week and the following week to go play the 2 A tiers with me. He's going to hang out in North Carolina and just kind of take it easy and rest his body. So I commend him for that, because that would be a tough decision for me. You know, if I'd just gotten off the road and one of my buddies was going to these 2 big events that I could go play, and I don't really need to because I need to rest my body, but I really want to. So it's a tough decision, guys. Sometimes you've got to make that tough decision to stay home and take care of yourself. But it's cool to have him back. I can feel his energy. We were talking about just being back in North Carolina, how much different the energy is. Like, I can tell he's back in North Carolina, even though I haven't seen him yet. So, and Nathan also took down the win. So Phil, myself, and Nathan both took down a win this year, or this past weekend, at our respective events. Phil won the Yadkin Open, and Nathan won, I want to say it's like the Skippers or Skip something, out in, I believe it was Arizona, but he shredded. Like, he was averaging 1040 golf. He shot a 39, a 1080 rated 39, and I was texting him. I was like, yeah, I guess it's pretty good. You know, it's all right, I guess. And he was like, yeah, well, they took out one of the holes because it was raining. And I was like, well, I guess perfect's good then. So, God, that was super cool to see him just kind of like I've said before, man, he's doing what I'm pretty sure he envisioned he would do once he got out on the road and got comfortable. He's hitting his stride. He's coming into his stride at a good part of the year, too. He's been playing exceptional golf. Super proud of him. I'm super excited to see him play some solid golf against some really, really fantastic golfers on some fantastic courses. And, you know, he's traveling, seeing the whole country, man. He's been all over the place. I've been watching all the places he and Sadie Girl are going to. I miss seeing her too, man. I hadn't seen that that mohawk in a hot minute. Nathan, tell Sadie girl I said what up. So that's all I got to talk about today. Fly guy hooked me up with some new clothes, some hats and some shirts, some fresh discs. I'm working in the putters now. Got these fresh pink Fly guy matching set. Boom. Working them in. Just got a good putting session in with them. I got to work the squeak out of them. They're so fresh and new that they still squeak when they come out of my hand. And my ADD is so bad that I can't hear that while I'm putting and around. Practice putting's a little different. Just working them in, but yeah, I'm weird. It's fine. So that all being said, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. Nobody's left a question or a comment in the comment section since like the second or third video, and I mean I can just keep making them and talking about random stuff, but let me know what you guys actually want to hear and I'll talk about that. And also you will be seeing some actual throwing and some practice rounds coming soon, I promise. I know I've said that one before, but this is actually gonna happen now. Somebody has told me about some equipment that they would let me borrow to help out with this blog. Super excited about that. Spoiler alert, it was Hannibal. Appreciate it, Hannibal. I'm going to be taking you up on that offer for the gimbal. So until next time, guys, see you in the next video.